Yesterday actually ended up being a pretty good day. I just didn't take anything on the eval account. I went straight to paper trading. Yesterday should have been a pretty good day for the eval account. I don't know if I was too into that move, but apparently everybody fucking shorted it. So it seems like we're already making a pretty clear uptrend on 4 hour. We swept this out and we're starting to shoot. This gap here has been respected and bounced right out of it. This could be a key level. Oh damn, that gap is fucking very far removed, man. That's like 80 points away. That's not gonna touch. I don't know if I like this, man. We have every level is kind of far. We have this 1 hour gap that got touched into, and now we broke out. I'm thinking since we have this gap on 30-minute on both indexes, we could tap into it. Probably sweep out these 830s. Let me see if this is separated. Yeah, okay. So I'm hoping we can sweep out this point here on either index, and then make a move up for this gap or these highs. That is a little far removed, but I mean, it's definitely possible considering how fucking volatile price has been recently. On top of that, we have this inverse gap here that formed and never got tapped. This price range got formed 3 times and never tapped into on either 3. It went up, then down, then right back up. So I'm hoping we probably take this point pretty early on, come back into this inverse, and then bounce out of it. I'll go off of that. I'm just looking to see which one of these inverses holds up, or which one of these gaps holds up. We already swept out 830s, pre-market lows. If we bounce out of this gap, perfect. Make this a quick day. Before I do anything, I want to see how this first 5-minute candle closes. I'll go after this 5-minute. If it closes above this point, then I'll go. Not yet. It's no confirmation. If we respect this gap or break out of here, then sure. Right now, this gap is holding up. We're into EQ. We had the liquidity sweep, did we? Yeah, we set the 830s. Respecting an inverse gap. I want to see this break a structure going up, and then I'm good to go. So right now we had liquidity sweep of pre-market. We have an inverse gap that's holding up on 5-minute. We're into EQ. All I'm looking for is a break of structure, like a higher low, and then I'm good to go for a long. Stop will be right below this inverse gap, and then see what the fuck happens. Aim for the stars. So this gap here is held up fine. I might have this as partials. If I enter off of anything here, I'm gonna probably take partial at the beginning of this gap. That seems to hold up, and then the rest I'll leave as runners all the way up there. I'll probably leave like 2 runners. But let's get a nice confident close above this inverse gap without making a fucking barcode again. 10 seconds and this thing gets invalidated. So we're at the last fair value gap now. We're still into EQ of this whole move on 30-minute. So this is still technically like a healthy rebound. Yeah, we're still into EQ. We could tap out of this gap. It's not the end of the world yet. I just hope to God this doesn't get fucking disrespected too. That might completely invalidate me from there.
Order filled. Order filled.
Wow. Guess I left this shit a little too early, huh? I had to fucking run an errand real fast. That's why I left, and then I came back, and then this shit's gone. I didn't want to stay here with no stop loss or buy limit, and just fucking be out of the room. So I'm probably gonna come back on around like 2 p.m. today, because I just want to get some work done on this shit. I'm tired. I haven't traded so long, man. I feel like I'm just missing out and losing on so much shit. So I'm gonna be back later on today for a PM session. See if I can catch anything nice, and then that's it. But I'm definitely done for the morning. Don't want to say it's not my fault, but I mean, I wasn't even fucking home, so I didn't want to let the shit sink. But it is what it is, man. I'll be back tomorrow morning. On YouTube, at least. I might try to go live. Fuck it, yeah. I said I was going to be back for the afternoon session, but while I wait for Price to figure out whatever the fuck he wants to do for the rest of the day, I'm just going to go over the trade that I took. Or I guess I should have taken this morning. So going into the day, we already had the bias being bullish because we had higher highs and higher lows being formed already. So I was looking for anything to kind of retrace and then continue upwards. First of all, we had this bigger fair value gap on the 30-minute that just kept getting tapped into and respected about 4 to 5 times. So I knew that we're somewhat near resistance, just not sure where, because if you come down to the 5-minute, we had 3 fair value gaps stacked on top of each other. So honestly, at this point, it was just a game of to see which one would hold up before the price started to reverse. And there was no liquidity sweep, but we had 5-minute fair value gap, 30-minute fair value gap that held up, and equilibrium that got tapped into pretty well. So after we had some displacement going back up, I was pretty confident at least that we can go. Especially because if you look at the 1-minute chart, we had this gap forming as well. Got tapped into 3 times. And I kind of just entered off of this second candle here when we broke past this low. Or I guess this high, sorry. Then price started to kind of consolidate down a little bit. I had to run a fucking errand, so I left the trade pretty much right at break even because I didn't want to be away from the screen while it goes through without me. I come back and it fills me all the way. And it would have been like plus $2,000 or whatever on the day, somewhere like that. So it's kind of fucking annoying, but I mean, I'd rather be right and not make it than wrong and not make it because at least something was good, right?